Should be live in about 2 seconds here. I think we're good. So, what's up, everybody? I promise I'm not totally alone this evening. At least I don't think. Weezy should be chiming in here shortly. I don't know what's going on with Psycho, and Johnny, I believe, is under the weather. So, uh, when the chat gets rocking, we'll get rocking. Thank you if you're on here watching. Welcome back to Drinks and Toys. Of course, I'm your beautiful host on this wonderful Tuesday evening, just waiting for some counterparts to join. Couple things I kind of want to go over tonight, which I thought might be kind of fun because I was watching somebody else's YouTube video short, and there he is. What's up, Weez?
What's up? Been talking to yourself for about 7 minutes, I see.
Well, about 7 seconds. I just logged on.
Oh, okay.
So what I was explaining to the crowd that is not watching is that I was one of the things I thought would be kind of cool to talk about tonight for a short minute, because I did see this on another podcast I thought was really interesting, and I'd been thinking about it, but then they did it, was some of the worst toys made because of movies.
Like Waterworld toys?
Like Waterworld, like Dick Tracy, like just some of these horrific toys that have come out that look absolutely nothing like their movie counterparts. There's some really bad Space Jam ones. Just a lot of stuff out there that was just very hastily made and repurposed and recolored and retooled just for the sake of having, movie toys,
Okay, fair.
So I thought that'd be something to be kind of cool to talk about. But welcome. I did say that Psycho and Johnny were most likely not coming on board.
I think Psycho was drilling holes in the wall again and knocked out his phone lines this time.
I would not be surprised, and that would be hilarious. And he's screwed. If that's the case, he's not living that down.
No, he called me earlier saying that he kept getting messages from whoever his internet provider is, saying that they were doing work in the area. It'll be ready by this time, and then he get another text message an hour later. Oh, there's a delay. It'll be ready by this time. It just keeps going further and further. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, that's how you do.
So yeah, before we talk about all that, so a couple things going on in my world. So I, obviously, most of the world knows that, I buy and sell and whatever with toys or whatever. And I've been like hanging on to all of my graded pieces for one reason or another. They don't sell. And I know the price point, it's gotta be something somebody's willing to bring for their collection, right? It's something they need to have at this point. And when it comes to graded items, most of the time that's like the last resort for a purchase. People aren't generally buying those. They'll just buy whatever they find, carded or loose, whatever their fancy is. And the graded is like, I'm done with everything else, and now I'm ready to own, graded ones. And
yeah, that's kind of the step, right? Like you said, like they buy loose ones, they get the full collection, and then it's like, oh, what do I do now? They still want to collect turtles. And then it seems like the logical step is either you go to carded stuff, which leads to graded, or you start buying random shit like Pixel Dan and buying like toothbrush holders and fucking party favors and shit like that. So really just depends on which.
Speaking of red Slimers, which, by the way, these eyes glow in the dark.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Did they still work from 1986? Yes. That's wild.
So like I didn't realize the light from the lamp was like beating onto it. So when I shut the light off, I'm like, are those glowing? And I'm like, sure as hell they are. The eyes were glowing. So I was like, that's fucking cool. So anyway, yeah, cool puppet there. But yeah, so I'm like, what am I going to do with all this? So I had a couple different thoughts. Well, I had somebody that reached out to me, and I'm not going to name names because I don't want to call them out or anything, but it's one of those messages where it's like, oh, money's no object, and I'll buy it all, and so on and so forth. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Until you tell them the price.
Right. I always say when somebody says money's no object, it usually means money is the first object. So, but I reached out to a couple of peers who evidently knew this person, and they're like, well, he's got money, but you'll have to see what he wants to do. So I was like, all right. Send the guy the pictures he wants. He sends his partner, buyer, whatever it is, to come look at the product. Get him a spreadsheet, get him prices, takes all the pictures he wants to take. He's like, good. I'm glad you put everything together. We know what's what. Told him a price, and I thought, okay, cool. The price is what it is. And the guy was like, yeah, it seems reasonable. That was the person who came out and took pictures. I got a message 2 days later, and the buyer was like, I just think we're too far apart. We're not going to be able to meet. Doesn't make me an offer or anything. Nothing.
Which that to me says they know the value. They know that you're on point with the value and even at a discount for them. And they want to try and lowball you even more. They know you're not going to take.
So I told them prior to them even coming here that I'm not looking to give things away because they don't need to. I'll just sit on them more. It's not a big deal. They'll eventually sell. And, my response was, they're for sale. They're not on sale.
And a lot of these flippers, I see them in like Facebook groups, you know, oh, I invest in toys and I sell them, flip them. But what they want you to practically give this shit away.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, I understand you got to make money. I get that. But if you're going to buy shit from me, I need to make something too. I'm not looking for retail. I'm not looking to get rich off this. That's for you to do. You're going to flip them. You're going to put the time in. I get that. But I need to feel comfortable with what I just sold it for. I'm not going to give this shit away. It's not a charity. Like, what kind of idiot do I look like giving it to you for you to go and then make all the money on? Like, no, I'll give you a deal on it, sure. But I'm not going to fucking just give it away to you. So I see this one guy. I see one guy in a group. Anytime someone's like, oh, I've been trying to sell this, I'm just going to throw it away. He's like, oh, I'll take it all for free and I'll sell it. Like, bro, didn't fucking give the guy $30. Like, you fucking, they just want everything for free.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the resale. Well, obviously, I understand the resale thing, but when you go to somebody and you're going to purchase something and you're buying from a seller, you got to decide, is this for me or am I going to flip it? And if you're honest up front, because most of them are, most resellers will tell you, I'm going to flip this, right? And I'll do it. I'll go up to somebody if it's one of the guys that we're buying from that I know. I'll be like, man, it's a really cool piece. It's not for me, but you've had it for a while. I'll buy it off your hands. I'll flip it or try to flip it. What do you want to let it go for? And then just decide if it's worth my time. And if it's not, that's okay. I'll be like, nah, that's all right. I'll leave it alone. But I guess just my thought process, and nothing negative against these guys. It really isn't. I'm just bringing it up because it's a little funky. But I guess to go through the trouble to send somebody out to look at all the items, I've made it clear I'm not giving these things away. I give you the prices based on what I do my research. You know what I mean? I don't just make up my prices. So I do my research about what the prices should be. And for them not to even make me an offer, that I thought was weird. Because all that tells me is, like you said, you were going to lowball me so bad that that it was just insulting at that point and better just not to make the offer at all, which I guess good for them, but you knew you were going to do that from jump. So why didn't you just make that clear before I went through the trouble to give you the information? Because I made myself clear in the beginning, I'm not giving these away. So that should have put it in their brain. Okay, this dude's not going to give us a crazy deal, so let's let him know what our intentions are before we waste each other's time.
Yeah, but I have a feeling it ran across or along the lines of they were still hoping you didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
Maybe.
Right? And then when he got to your house, I assume he came to your house to do all this?
Yeah.
And then he sees the impeccable museum and realizes that, hey, this guy isn't just some random asshole who's trying to get rid of stuff.
He's an asshole, but he's not random.
Yeah, he's not random. He's still a dick. But I think that's where it is. They realize that, hey, this guy, there's no point. He knows what he has. He's not wrong. We can't take advantage of him. Why even waste our time going back and forth with it? But
yeah,
that's what I feel like they would have came to do. Or
I feel like that was a little bit of the vibe that I got as well. But again, no harm, no foul. So what I decided to do, I did reach out to a couple of different people. I had planned to do Heritage Auction, but after some of the negatives I heard, I didn't go with them. And again, nothing, if you guys are watching, which you're not, nothing against you guys. It is what it is. Yeah, nobody's fucking watching. Sure as shit, not some auction sites never heard of me. And then,
hey, you got followed by somebody with 106 followers earlier. So I mean,
that's true. I mean, we did get the radio station, the internet radio station that I was freaking out about. And then my daughter pulls it up and she goes, "They have 128 followers, Dad." I'm like, "It's still a radio station."
Right? And that says something, because like we've had other shows on our podcast who don't follow us, but the radio station they're in.
Right.
So hey, supporters, we love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, WGL, HIJKL, LML, whatever the hell the station is. But in any case, yeah. So I ended really Truff. Come on. So I ended up actually going with,
you know what these people want. I'm here for it.
Right. She's like, they don't want to talk to you. They want to see my butthole. If not her, then Raven. But so I ended up going with Ed Sanford runs a company called Mars Auction or what have you, and they are somebody who sources and posts for live auctions. And I've bought from live auctions before, and they've had really nice stuff, and I like the pictures they take, and I like the way their operation works, and percentage makes sense to me. So, and they're down in Sarasota, so it's a little more intimate. I don't have to mail it out to somebody and hope to God, everything goes okay. I don't have to do everything via, an email or something. I can see in person and meet in person with somebody.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little more comfortable. So they have a pop culture auction coming up in November, and so what they do is ahead of time they advertise, post pictures, and do everything they can to get the buyers ready, so people are bidding on it between now and November, and which is awesome, because that means you have tons of time for people to see the auction. And I've been on those auctions; they're fun to watch, and people do get into absolutely insane bidding wars. It turns in, because it's fast paced too. So it's like, the Insta bids go through, and then it's almost like the last 30 seconds of eBay. It's just bid after bid after bid. And then sometimes you'll have two people and it turns into mine's bigger than yours.
I mean, to be fair, you're only at 3.5 Tiger Zords. I'm at a solid 4 3/4. Okay. So
solid 4 3/4 Tiger Zords, man. I mean, damn, you're almost a Thunder Zord, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Wow. So yeah, so I'm going to take it.
Just hold on. Just so you know, I'm trying to work on a design for a T-shirt about measuring Tiger Zords. All right.
That'd be fucking hilarious. So yeah, so these guys are I'm gonna drop all the stuff off to them in the next week or so. And it doesn't bother me either way, because I look at it like this. I'm taking this stuff to shows. I'm taking a real chance on something getting damaged or stolen.
Yep.
And they're coming in and out of totes. I don't want to scratch the acrylics. They're not doing anything because they're not moving. So why not just take them to an auction and get my money for them like I want, pay the small fee, which is nothing compared to eBay's fee, and go from there.
Hey, go for it. If I had sealed stuff like that, I'd consider it too. It's not someplace obviously to go, oh, I have some sealed Marvel Legends to sell. Like, no, but the big dollar stuff, that's absolutely a great way to go.
I'm going to, and once that's done, I think one of the things I'm going to concentrate on doing going forward is something you and I talked about before, which was I'm either going to, if it is not a 10-back turtle or 10-back, character, if it's not a 10-back character in absolutely pristine gradable condition, I'm not going to waste my time with the grading. The only other thing I would consider doing, because they look really awesome, and we've talked about this before also, was the loose grading. People love the way they look. And they are super easy to transport. They take up a lot less space. And I know what you're thinking, but the cost margin was, I was putting some of them. I was putting, huh?
So what the fuck am I thinking?
I'm just well, you made the face like maybe it's not worth it. So
no, I was questioning.
Okay.
So I've seen the loose one. You have one or two loose ones done, right? And they look awesome. You're not.
I have 3, but the Leo sold. Yeah.
So they do look good, but then I sit there and I wonder to myself, do people care if those are graded? Or is it just a presentation of how they look in the acrylic? Which it's
I think it's the presentation.
It's cheaper just to do the acrylic without the grading, right?
Correct.
Now, granted, people see the grade, they'll willing to pay more because they're stupid. They don't understand what it really is. But it would be more cost effective just to get some done without even getting graded to see what that cost would be and see how they sell because they look great set up like that. And the grade has absolutely nothing to do with the acrylic case and how good they look.
Well, the only thing with the acrylic case is they go through the trouble to position the weapons, right? Or the file card if you have it, and the way that they put the figure in there. And I don't know, I just don't know that how would you do it otherwise? Like I'd have to do it myself, glue all the pieces in there and set it up myself.
Well, no, I'm saying have them do it, but don't they charge more if you get a grade? They have a service where you there's no grade. It's just acrylic archiving or whatever the hell they call it without grade.
I mean, that's an idea too. I don't know what the price difference is. I never even thought about that.
That's why I consider. That's why I say check it out, see how much it costs without grade versus grade, and try that a couple times. Because, like I said, they look good. The grade, at least to me, means absolutely nothing on how it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
the grade is superficial.
I would say with that, like the nice thing to do would be to make sure, like if you're going to grade them right loose. So the right thing to do would be if you find a nice one loose, and I mean a nice one, like the paint schemes and the weapons, everything looks nice, then that's great. Or you go out and buy as many like shitty cards, right? Like rippers.
Or even on eBay, people sell just the fucking file card too, like the little cutout. They sell those on eBay, stacks of them.
Yeah, you can put the file card in there with it.
Yeah, that's what I really need.
I'm not necessarily looking for the file card. As good as that looks with it, I just want a clean character because I wouldn't want to submit something and it comes back and they're like, oh, you got a 70 on a loose figure. You know what I mean?
No, that's
fair. Like, why'd you waste the money? But if it's like I've got a Slash, I've got Yellow Belly Red S Slash, and it's one of the rare Slashes. His card is trashed. So I need to rip him off the card, cut his, file card out nice and clean, package them all up, and send him off to get graded somewhere. And I've thought about that for some other, characters that, even though they look fine on card, like I've got Breakdance and Raphael on card, I've got like 3 of him somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I've got multiples. I might just take him, rip him off the card. I won't look at it. I'll let my son do it, but rip him off the card, and he would look awesome in an acrylic, and he would probably look better and sell better in the acrylic than he does on a card.
Especially if it's a bad card, for sure.
Especially if it's a bad card, especially when a figure that is not worth a whole lot to begin with, and then you've enhanced the presentation, like you said, archived it. You enhance the presentation, and it's like maybe now that figure, instead of being like a $60 or $100 figure, maybe now it is $150, $200 because it looks better,
right?
And it's drawing that attention now, and it's commanding that price. But long story short, I'm hopefully going to move all of these graded, make some great return on it, and reinvest the way that I think I want to with the Turtles, and just try to be a little more selective on the characters I'm getting grading. Even though it's cool to have some of them really just make no sense to grade. You're spending the money, but nobody cares. It's got to go to somebody who's, like you said, they've got everybody else. And it's like they're slowly but surely buying everybody graded. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I found a ground chuck and it's graded. Hey, I found a sewer surfer Mikey and now it's graded. As opposed to doing it themselves. But
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so I had a couple pickups, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I didn't buy anything nuts at all. I bought, let's see, I bought a couple Joes. So I don't know if you can't really see them too well, but like I said, I'm still buying Vipers.
Oh, okay.
Every time I hit that store in Ocala, they've got such good prices on their Joes, and they're all super clean. Like this, I don't understand why somebody doesn't get this thing graded. It's so damn clean. It looks like a fresh out of the package. Maybe because it's, another $80 to have it graded, and it's like, is it really worth that much? What's up, dude?
Oh, look.
Here's another one. I mean,
here.
This one's fucking cool as shit. He's a frogman, basically. And then this was my favorite one of all time as a kid. I don't know why. You know, it's like, how do you, neon orange camouflage? Who the hell are you hiding from?
The Predator.
But, oh, sure.
I mean, that's what they kind of see is in like those, you know, the warm infrared coloring. So, like,
neon orange food coloring.
Sure, let's go with that.
I did get Mego Batmobile.
Why?
I know. Exactly. You answered your own question. Why?
That was an answer?
No, there wasn't one. But it's super, super mint. It's really cool. I thought it was rad. I couldn't pass it up. I'm like, I don't need it, but it's cool. I did get the oh, I didn't show you the like the Twisted Fairy Tales and stuff. Hold on a minute. And the Raphael, the Amazon exclusive Raphael copter came in. So,
oh, those are awesome. I've thought about getting those, but I've kept myself from doing it.
Yeah, these are cool as shit, man. I really want the Frankenstein if I can find it. I'm sure it's on what do you call it? I'm sure it's on freaking eBay for cheap because it's a McFarlane figure. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm sure it doesn't go for anything. And I told J5 because he said his wife might want it, and I was like, it's like $15, dude. And then I bought this only because it was $15. Look how fucking crazy he is.
The fuck is that?
It's from House of the Dead.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's got a huge chainsaw. It's the size of his body. I don't know if you can tell that. Can you kind of see it in the corner there?
I was wondering what that was. I thought it was like a, you know, like sometimes they put those little placards with them.
No, it's a freaking chainsaw. But I mean, this is great. $15. Weighs a ton. I mean, it's just awesome. A wild ass figure for $15, man. And then, what the hell else? It might be in the other room. I'm not gonna go hunt them down, but yeah, I didn't. I got the hand puppet, which you saw. I think I showed it last week, but that's so cool. Awesome. The eyes glow in the dark. I mean, it's just rad.
When you told me, I'm like, I have no idea what he's talking about. And then you sent me the picture. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was super, super freaking cool. And then this isn't really a pickup. This just came in. The next wave of the Blockies Wheels edition. If you collect these, I've got 3. I only have half a case, and then I'm out. I'm not reordering. So if you want them, I got them. If you don't, then you're fine. Yeah, I think that's all I can think that would have picked up at this point. There's no tone anymore. I don't know. But I've got a whole bunch of crap on order. That's for freaking sure. That I don't need.
Trying to think. The only thing that I got was an invisible reptile.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like fuck it, why not? He'll go hang out with all my invisible predators and my invisible John Cena.
I can't tell if that was part of that joke. That's okay. Never mind. All right, so
they made a John Cena figure in like translucent plastic, so he's invisible.
That's fucking awesome. Oh, Mondo Shredder dropped today. If you guys didn't all get it, dude, tell me you jumped on that thing.
No, I'm not getting that shit.
Oh my god!
Because I didn't get the turtles right, and I'm not going to get just Shredder. Like I can't.
It's pretty goddamn impressive.
No, it looks great. The whole wave, like the whole thing they're doing, look great. But I have to call it quits somewhere. You know what I mean? I have to draw a line. We talked about that like in the past couple episodes, like responsibility and boundaries and setting rules for yourself. Like that's it. I can't.
I talk out of both sides of my mouth way too often with that.
I know I ordered some shit today that I probably didn't need.
I don't like I say it all the time, dude. I am done. I'm out of space. I don't have any space left. There's nowhere to put anything. There's nowhere to pretend to put anything. I am stacking things in front of things. It's to the point. I wish this was a joke. Can't have him without the boys. What's he talking about?
I think the Mego Batmobile.
Are you talking about Moo? Are you talking about the Batmobile?
Because what else would we be talking about?
I don't know. Oh, Shredder. He's probably talking about Shredder. You can't have him without the brothers.
Oh, true. Yeah, no, definitely not.
So it has gotten to the point because I want to make the room behind me is supposed to be for Kendall's room, right?
Okay.
So it has gotten to the point where Corinne and I had talked about, and I think I mentioned this already. I talked about buying one of those glass houses off of Amazon, the ones that you can open up and push out. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No.
I talked about buying one of those, and then she brought up a good point, and I'm like, damn, she's not wrong. I could just have a single wide mobile home dropped in my backyard.
Yeah.
I've got that kind of space.
Or a shipping container at that point.
Well, shipping container I wouldn't have to outfit the inside with, though. So if I did the single wide mobile home, like an actual mobile home, like, not a pull behind or something, then I could turn around and obviously there wouldn't be any furniture in it, right? And I would most likely would be a 2-bedroom because most of them are. So
your neighbors are going to love you.
I'd take the 1-bedroom and make it the podcast room, and then have some things in there, and then probably just have all the arcades, honestly, behind me, that kind of thing. And then take the other room and make it, Corinne stuff, like all the Funkos, Star Wars stuff, whatever can all go in that room. And then the main living room, it would have to be shelf style because I just wouldn't have room for everything else. I'd have to shelf style it. So I'd buy shelves, have them go all the way around, and it would be shelves of all the boxes for the Turtles, and then anything I have open would go all along the top. So it'd be like the Transformers, the Turtles, Power Rangers, whatever.
Going on, Gustavo.
But I think a trailer in the back would be the smartest thing. And then just build around it, like, build a deck going out to it and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I just don't have the room. I really don't. And that's taking everything out of the house. So that's assuming all of this is going to fit in a single wide trailer. I know.
Organize the shit out of it.
I can't fit anything. I can't fit like a double wide. I mean, it'd be like opening my back patio and I'd be like, well, I'm in the other house.
I mean, who cares?
I mean, you're not wrong.
If it rains, you won't get wet.
That's true. I can have one of those little short overhangs where it's just like,
yeah,
I'm in the other house.
And you have to walk just like that, though. Like,
yeah, just go like this.
Like
the other option was, my mom has almost 5 acres, and Corinne said, why don't you have a freaking double wide or bigger dropped out there, she goes, and then you could, have all your stuff over at your mom's. And I go, yeah, that's an idea. And she goes, nah, probably not, because you'd never come back home. You'd be constantly over there because you can be alone with all your stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably not wrong. But
again, she's right on 2 accounts.
Yeah, Mama, I don't know where Johnny's been off. I know Tuesday nights are hard for him. I think he takes medication or something. He's doing his deal. We wish him the best. I talked to him yesterday, and he was tired yesterday, so hopefully he's okay. Would you call it a man cave, though? I don't know if I'd call it a man cave or I'd call it like
no, that would be called like the mansion, right? Like
that was way better than mine. I was gonna you call it a mansion. I was gonna call it a he house. Oh Jesus shit, Christ, that was dumb. So
this is what you guys get when there's not enough news for us to talk about. This is what you get.
I don't care. It's fun.
Talking double wides.
What are we, the Chris Rock or Kid Rock of toys?
Neighbors Joe Dirt. Yeah, it looks good.
So I wanted to talk about really shitty toys that were made after movies. And I'm not going to take credit for this. I literally was watching Toy Federation podcast and they were talking about it. And I'm just like, I was watching through them and I'm like, oh my God, these are really, really bad.
And it's one of those things that I wish I knew in advance that this is what you wanted to discuss. I could have looked up some, because a lot of these toys, I imagine, are from the 90s.
They are 100%.
And in the 90s, I was, what, by 95, I was 11. I was getting out of toys, right?
Yep.
Like I was old enough to, I'm old. I don't need to play with toys. That's kid stuff. So I wasn't paying attention to them to really know which ones would even be discussed right now. So next time, give us, an hour or so.
I mean,
Notice.
we can move on to the other thing that actually Rebel Girl had brought up, which was um, that's funny, Moo. That's exactly where I was going with that. So she said McDonald's toys, because every person on this chat has had a Happy Meal at some point in their lives.
Yeah.
And, or still gets them. And in the Happy Meal, you always got a toy, and the toys have gotten progressively worse. Like they were trashed for so many years. And then McDonald's actually, if the movie is, I think if the movie is good enough, they take the time to make a decent toy. Otherwise, or whoever's making them, they take the time to make a decent toy for the Happy Meal, but otherwise you get trash. And so her question was, the 80s toys or the toys that came out from McDonald's back in the day, are any of those of any value today? And do you anticipate any of the toys from, we'll call it today's, McDonald's, will those ever make it into a collectible world? And I would say no.
I'll be back in a couple minutes. I have to take a phone call.
Yeah, go ahead.
Very important. But continue with the chat.
Yeah, sure. Why not? There's literally like 3 people in it, and one is responding. So,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. So chat, if you guys are out there, which I know you are. So when you think about McDonald's toys and what you got as a kid, right, in your Happy Meals, some of the best ones, the ones I had the best, freaking memories of, were the Transformers. Those things were awesome. They're cool by today's standards, and whenever I see one, I will buy one. I don't care if it's like $5, $2, whatever. They're never anything more than that. And they were such a lot of fun to play with. The stupid little transformation. It's like, hey, my hotcakes are a fucking pterodactyl, and those were a lot of fun. And so they're not a lot of money. I've seen people sell an entire set for almost nothing. And when I say an entire set, I mean like multiples of an entire set, and it's like $50, and you get like 100 McDonald's toys. So I don't think the value is really there, but I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. So Gus is talking about 90s toys. So have y'all seen the 90s Wolverine motorcycle with the flip face? I don't think I have, but I will go ahead and Google it. So I would have guessed that was the Marvel toys. What were those called? Was it Toy Biz or something? Let's see. 90s Wolverine motorcycle with a flip-up face. Oh, this thing's badass if this is what you're talking about. Let's see here. I hope this is what you're talking about, because hell, I'd buy one of these if I could find it. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And, or at least I'm going to try to. Let's see. Bloop. So, Gus, is this what you're talking about? You have to let me know, dude. That's pretty cool. I think that's just the charm of the 90s and some of the toys we had. I love things with bright colors. Keeps me interested. I love things with bright colors and wacky designs. I don't know, man. The older I get, the more I can appreciate, these things. Yeah, Gus, so if that's what you're talking about, I think that thing's cool as shit. And the price point looks really, really reasonable. Does it say who? This is Tycho. That is so wild. So I think that's what my love for Turtles has always been, right? So the cool thing about the Turtles in the 90s, and everybody knows this and can attest to this, the figures all had wild colors, and all of their weapons were the same solid color, whatever it was, whether it be green, yellow, pink, whatever, colors of the rainbow, right? And then they do a second release, and maybe the second release had different color weapons. And that was the coolest thing, was everything was bright colors and super engaging. And they did such a great job. Like the detail wasn't, today's collectible figure, and that's fine. We didn't need that. We weren't looking for that. It was just cool and fun to play with, and it was interesting. And So I kind of think that's what's gotten me back to, you know, one of the things I had a lot of as a kid, and it's the GI Joe line. And I didn't go all in. I don't need all the Joes. I don't care. But something I had a lot as a kid were all these weirdly weird looking guys. Because my dad was cool like that. He thought this stuff was neat. And so anything Vipers, any of the Vipers were cool. And all the Vipers are for Cobra is whatever weird colored character, like weird, specialty character. Like, he's the guy in the sea, and then like the other one, he flies around and he's a ninja. And it's just all whatever craziness they could come up with for these characters. And so it's always so much fun to go and just pick out a new Viper because they all like these wild schemes. So like this, he looks like a frogman. He is a Hydra Viper. And I didn't take him out of the bag. It doesn't mean, I'll open him because this isn't really sealed per se, so it doesn't give me any heartburn. But he comes with like a tiny rubber, manta ray, and he's got little flippers, and they just went through a lot of trouble for this guy, and he's really, really freaking cool, man. He's got cool colors and cool like textures and just a bunch of rad shit. And then this guy I totally forgot about, but I saw him in the store and I'm like, I'm $30, I gotta have that shit. I don't know how I haven't broken down and bought every fucking Viper off his shelf, but the joints are tight. He's cool as shit. So he was from when Destro was making what they called the Grenadiers, and he was a Viper also. I forget what they're called, what kind of Viper it was, but he's got like, they painted everything. Look at the little red bombs, grenades all around his body. He got a freaking jetpack. Dude, it's cool as shit. And they went through all the trouble for stupid stuff like there's a little black wire in there which would connect his mask, so he could breathe. Like, and it's crazy that they went through all that trouble to put that on the figure. And then this is a Toxic Viper. And so he's got like a face mask. It's a little bit of a Toxic Crusader type look. But again, the purples and the blues and like, it's just cool, man. Like wild ass colors. I'm surprised I haven't bought, I think I wanted to at one point, which was the Ninja line. That they did in the mid 90s, beginning 90s or something, G.I. Joe. And then as I showed earlier, this was my all-time favorite Viper growing up as a kid. I don't know why, and I think it's an Alley Viper. Yes, it's an Alley Viper. And who the hell is in orange and blue camouflage unless you bought that shit from the Florida Gator section of Walmart? I said it and I stand by it. So, he looks cool, but the combat, portion of it, I don't know. There's something weird there, but just cool shit, man. I don't know. Just really cool like aspects of GI Joe that I really liked as a kid. And I don't know if any of you guys watching are. I'm 45, so I don't know how many of you guys are around my age. Gus, I think you're like 13. Moo, you got to be old enough to work, so I assume you're like 20. But I'm 45, so this shit. This was out when I was a kid. So, it was cool. And the only reason characters like this did well, which is going to be like, oh, I missed one actually. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I don't want to hold up the lunch line, but so like, oh, there's another one. This is all the crap. I dropped it. I dropped Snake Eyes. Okay. So this was a Televiper. Again, I think, is he loose in the... Oh, he is. Good. I can actually take him out. So this is a Televiper, and his joints are tight as hell. And it's just purples and blues, man. Now, these guys, when you watch the show, they were in, like, plentiful. Like, they were everywhere, right? Like, just tons of them, running around and all that kind of crazy crap. Man, now I gotta dig out Snake Eyes. He on the flow. And then Jinx, of course. Again, she's a ninja. Who doesn't want a fucking ninja? And she's cool. She was in all red. They did a great job with her. She got really small boobs, though. So, but she's Asian, so it was fine. Was that too much? I can never tell. We got popped the other day for something saying that we were not age 13 and under appropriate, and I agree. We are not. So, but she's got really cool, like, ninja weapons and all this rad stuff, and it's fucking Jinx. And then you had this Cobra Commander is by far my favorite Cobra Commander. And, again, really tight joints. Awesome job. Like, just so fucking clean. And, look at the chrome. Look how rad he is. I mean, if if I was gonna get in a fight with a dude, at least it's got to be this guy who looks like a metallic looking freaking Darth Vader. But I think it's cool as shit. And then Gus is like, one of my favorite figures as a kid was the glow in the dark Stalker Predator. I'll have to pull that up and see what that is, and then share it with everybody. And then this was called the Frag Viper. And again, he's sealed in plastic, so I didn't open it up. So, but he's got a file card and everything. But he, just like you think, frag grenades. But again, the color, man, they just threw that blue on there. And what was cool about early GI Joes, and really most specifically, these two guys were part of that era where it was the most popular. These guys right here, they were part of that time when GI Joe was giving you face paint. And so, like, it was supposed to be like, you're playing with your Joes and you could put on like war paint just like your Joes. And these guys came with colors that made sense for the figure, not for like being hidden. So, like, this dude came with neon blue face paint. So basically, it's like I'm working the pole, man. Just put on this neon blue and put me in a neon outfit, and I'm making money on the Wednesday day shift. That's all I can tell you. But it was the same with him. He came with the orange colors. So it was really fucking cool when it came with the packaging and so on and so forth. And I've been getting more and more. Alex, what's up, dude? I've been getting more and more into buying the Vipers and having those. And it's been really cool. Alex, you missed the whole thing. I was going over GI Joes and Vipers and everything, dude. But just some of the coolest figures and the color schemes and like just everything they did, man. Between that and Turtles, you've got me. That's why Ninjambi was so cool. For those of you that don't know what Ninjambi is, just really fast, I'll show you a picture. I'm sure most of you do. I think they're even clearance now at the Walmarts and the Targets, but this was just such a cool line with the colors, man, and just what they did. I mean, you can't beat it. I don't know how else to get around it. It's just like the wild colors and wild schemes, and they do crazy stuff, and they're just really, really badass toys. And I hope the line keeps going. I know apparently I've got 2 on order, or they came. I don't know where the hell they are. I'm a fucking mess, but you guys can see this. It's just colors. It's just color, and anything color, man, just really, stands. I mean, look how cool he is. I mean, it's super cool. I don't know. I don't know how to get that any bigger, but he's absolutely just the raddest thing, man. I mean, and they're all, look at this. His head pops off and shoots slime. Who the hell else? Oh, shit, wrong screen. My bad. Shit is tab. Here you go. Who the hell else is making a toy that does that? You press a button, the dude's head pops off, and he shoots goo. I probably shouldn't have said goo. I should have just stuck with slime. That came out weird. It's not a joke. All right. It doesn't matter. We can't get canceled anyway. Nobody. You have to get watched to get canceled. So fuck it. But yeah, super cool. I dig it. That's like my deal. I like wild ass crazy colored toys and stuff. I don't know, but I just like colors in general. It's probably why, which is weird because everything I have is mostly black. But for clothes, but everything behind me, like all this stuff. I mean, it's wild, man. It's a fun time, and I think it's cool, man. And I know Alex shares my love for GI Joe. I don't know if he just really likes the series or what, but I know that for me, it's just because the Vipers are also fucking cool, and I don't know why Alex enjoyed the line, but back when no, you're right, man. Back when toys weren't for the softer generation, you're not wrong, man. There's so many things they got away with back in the day with toys, whether it be, it wasn't like this sounds terrible. It's not what it's supposed to be. They didn't have to worry about stereotypes or stupidity. Nobody cared. It's a toy. Nothing was made to make fun of somebody or to make somebody uncomfortable. It's like, it's just a toy. Stop thinking so much into it, man. And I think toys were better back then. I think things that are coming out now are based on whatever's been approved, in cinema or what have you. Unless you count those garbage toys like Skibbity. I don't know anything about them, so I'm sorry, but Skibbity this and Toilet Humor that, and you know, whatever. I don't know. I mean, you know, we had shit like the Gross Out Gang, and we had, um, you know, Mad Balls, and then there's all these variants of that kind of stuff that was all just like gross and funky. Like one of the favorite toys that I never got to own, but I always wanted to, and I've brought this up on other casts. You guys know what I'm talking about. Was the Monster Face, and this thing was one of the coolest toys that I just never freaking had. It's let me see here, Hasbro. Just one of the coolest freaking toys I never had the privilege of owning. I will own it at some point. I have seen it in an acrylic at the last show we went to. It was sealed, and I should have bought it. It was like $400, but this thing's awesome. It kind of reminds me, the one here with the blue hair. It looks like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters or whatever, if you guys remember that movie. But absolutely, hands down, one of the coolest freaking toys I have ever seen. Let me see if I can share that. We shouldn't get flagged because there's no audio. But by far, one of the coolest toys that ever came out. And it did, you know, and it like suggested creativity. It like, you know, it promoted kids to use their brains and play as the way toys should have been. Where are we at here? Yeah. Do you remember Creepy Crawler set? Yeah. I never had one, Gus. Were those the gummy things? Yeah. Creepy Crawler's Bug Maker. Yeah, I think like that was the thing back in the day, was to make this kind of stuff. Let me see if I can just share the screen. Truffy, say hi to everybody since you're up my butt. Meow, meow. Yeah, meow. So, yeah, so Creepy Crawlers, yeah. I mean, right there, I like, it's almost like Shrinky Dinks and the Easy Bake Oven all got together and said, let's make something where kids can make their own gooey little bugs. And I think you could eat these, right? Or were they just gooey? What were the ones you could eat? They had the bugs you could make and eat them or whatever. They were gummy. I don't know what the hell they were. I thought it was this. I don't know. God, these things look so old. It's so wild, man, to see.
All right, sorry about that, man. I had a call from my mother and I had to take
how
it.
far. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah,
how far stuff like this has come, man. It's kind of crazy, but
I just walked in on you talking about Creepy Crawlers, and yes, they had versions that were made gummies that you could eat. That was a thing. There was another one like Mad Scientist or something that was all like edible candy science stuff too.
I remember that one.
But just because you had Creepy Crawlers up, I grew up with my dad's Creepy Crawler set from when he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that thing was like a hot plate that you put like imagine not stainless steel, but iron, like cast iron plates on, and you poured the stuff into to make the molds and everything. Like there was no safety regulations on these things from the kids in the 60s. But I love that damn thing. I think he still has it. I want to find it and add it to my collection because that thing was awesome. So none of this heated up by a light bulb bullshit that they had the thing you just showed. This was a fucking hot plate.
That reminds me, I'm trying to find the one you're talking about, but that reminds me 100% like that Jet Set pretzel maker thing that I bought, right? It's supposed to be a child's toy. And it's a little conveyor belt pretzel maker. And there is nothing about that toy that was safe. It's the same thing. It had these metal tins that you would put the batter in to make a pretzel, and you would conveyor belt it, and it sits under this ungodly hot lamp till the pretzel cooks, and then you take it over and you dump it in the pretzel basket, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, it was like you said, it was like that was a hot plate. This one had like a heat lamp, not a light bulb, but an honest to Christ heat lamp, like inside this thing that you plugged into your wall. And I'm just thinking, you gave some child a portable oven, essentially, an honest to God oven that they could mess with in the room. That's exactly what I was looking for, and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, so that's exactly. So the thing down the bottom in the middle, that's like the it's like a heating pad that you put the metal things on the top right into that square, and man, that shit, you're cooking. Like it's a hot plate. Like that thing fucking will burn. It's not no damn light bulb. None of that pussy shit. Kids in the 60s were built differently than the ones in the 90s.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. But I like it also, I mean, you know what they did back in the day, there was no regulations
No.
On what they made. They were just like, yeah,
Like
it's a kid's toy. It's fine. This is a kid's
the
toy.
yard darts where like kids would impale themselves with darts they throw in the air. Like,
yeah, I remember those. So you would literally throw it up in the air and then run away as fast as you could.
well, that's not how you were supposed to play with it, goddammit, Tony. You're the reason why they got fucking banned.
I mean, that's what we did as little kids, though. We chucked that thing up in the air and then run away as fast as you could so you didn't get hit by it.
Most kids use like a football, and if they caught it, you had to, kill the man with the ball. You're just like, if you can't run fast, you're dead. Like you're just.
That's why I like horror movies. So it's a wild world we live in. What is this? They're edible, and that's when they jump to easy bake ovens. I think they still have them. Do they still make easy bake ovens?
I think so, because it was the same concept in the 90s. It was all fucking light bulb powered fucking baking, right? Same thing as the creepy crawlers. It's like the exact same layout as that creepy crawler one you showed, but it was purple and white, I think, for easy bake oven versus orange and green for disgusting bugs.
Yeah, but yeah, but how are you doing that now? Easy bake oven.
I think with light bulbs still, right?
They still have. Oh, they have the mix. Oh, it's called, what is this? It's called Yum Yum.
No,
Easy Bake Ultimate Electric Oven.
Yeah, I was saying when I worked at Toys R Us, that was fucking 12-ish years ago, but they still had Easy Bake Oven back then, so they must still have it now. There's no way they got rid of that shit.
I just can't. How does that work? Oh, this is So this one is Party Pretzel Oven. A lot of weird shit going on with ovens.
And people still can't cook. It's amazing.
Truffy, go do something. You're in my way. Oh my God. This guy, okay. Very much off subject, but a little bit funny. This guy goes, can I make an entire Christmas dinner in an easy bake oven?
No, you can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that you could.
If you're trying to feed like your G.I. Joe army, maybe.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this guy's making in an easy bake oven. I mean, I guess if you want to leave the turkey in there for about 6 years, it might be done. I don't know.
I think at least every young boy in the 80s, 90s had one of these revolver cap guns, right? Like,
so that cap gun feature.
And I can't think of the toys. I know there's action figures that came where you put like
He-Man's got it.
The strip in the back, and you push like.
So He-Man had it was like Action Punch or Power Punch He-Man, and so you opened his back. I had one, and it was literally the same ones, the circle style. So you took the entire cap circle thing, and you put it in his back, and then you closed it, and every time you pulled him sideways and he smacked forward, it would go, make that pop noise, and he'd punch, and then
it'd be funnier if it made that sound though. If that was the sound it made.
But you could do it like 5 or 6 times or whatever, however many times are on the thing, and that was the end of that. But that was a great. There's so many cool old toys like that I would love to just buy and fuck around with just to fuck around with. That is definitely one of those. We played Manhunt with them. God, I remember playing Manhunt as a kid.
Yeah, run around the streets at like 10 o'clock at night. Manhunt. Let's go.
Yep. It just got worse as we got older. There were certain people we couldn't find. Anyway, yeah, a lot of fun.
Doing bad things in the shadows, but
what we do in the shadows.
Manhunt became something different after a while once you got a little older.
God damn it. I'm trying to see if I can find what it was called. Thunder Punch He-Man is what it was called.
Okay.
So Thunder Punch He-Man.
Because so
not very expensive.
You had the caps, like you said, that had like the 5 or 6 on a circle that would go like in a revolver, right?
Yep.
But then they had the other ones that were like on a paper strip that wound up that you could put in and fed it, and it would feed through. And there was like one on every like say 1/4 inch, there was a cap, and just like feed through whatever the action figure was, or they started making like um, pistol versions, like automatic pistol versions. Like it was still feed it.
They were called blast caps. So you had, the little ones are called, like you're talking about, were called blast caps. I mostly see pictures of like revolvers. Apparently, the Avengers, there was an Avengers Turbo Cycle made that had it. He-Man had it. Yeah, apparently there's a Captain America. A recent one too. That's kind of weird. So it's the Captain America Winter Soldier toy.
Huh, that's interesting.
And then there's a Stretch Armstrong. His limo car, I guess, did the same thing. Huh.
So
that's crazy.
Fucking Moo said it. Did you guys ever have Bottle Rocket Wars?
No, we never shot each other with bottle rockets. Bro. We did shoot each other with BB guns.
Oh, because that's just so much better. Bro, we would sit there. So we'd go to my buddy Lewis's house, and we would get bottle rockets, around 4th of July or even New Year's time, buy a crap load of bottle rockets. We would get PVC and make fucking guns out of them. And you put the fucking bottle rocket in, and then you could aim it and light that bitch and aim it at people. So we would go against the kids down the street. We'd grab lids to fucking trash cans and use them as shields. And we'd have a fucking all-out war up and down the street.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, we never did the Roman candles because that's a little too much fire. But
that is so wrong, man. Bottle rockets are terrible.
Oh, well.
Oh, my
Nobody
God.
lost an eye or a finger, so we did good.
The only thing we used to do that was kind of fun was we would take, they're called a lot of different things, but you ever see the jumping cats? You gonna be okay?
I know exactly the ones that you light up and it's like this big and you light it and then like goes fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, it goes zzz, yeah, like that.
Yeah, my mother used to call them something different from, I guess, when she was a kid.
Okay, well, we won't call them that. So you take them and you throw them in water.
Okay, interesting.
Because once they're lit, they're not stopping.
Yeah, no.
So they're lit and you throw them in water, and it would look like a fucking fish is like losing its mind, like you throw it in a puddle. I don't know. These just be a lot of fun, but we know who didn't go out and have fun. Yeah, because I didn't shoot people in the neighborhood.
No, you shot with BB guns, you dick.
That's reserved for kids that want to go to schools with trench coats.
Bro, when I was a kid too, I don't remember the kid's name. It may have been Nathan, but there was this weird kid that lived down my buddy Lewis's street, and he went to this chick's house, and he knocked on the door. She opened the door, point blank in the chest with a BB gun.
Damn.
And it embedded inside his chest. And like 4 days later, it came out through the hole it went in like a pimple. It fucking popped out.
God, you guys have some weird shit going on.
Yeah, we had fun, Tony. Apparently you didn't.
Oh, yeah, you're getting shot in the chest point blank at somebody's house. Yeah, it's probably
I didn't. That other kid did. Fuck him.
Yeah, well, God rest him. He's not alive anymore. Holy crap. What is this one? Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm not bringing that one up. We're definitely not a kid's show, but I'm not bringing that shit up. Woo! I'd say too soon, but I don't think it is. I think we're past that. I think it's okay now. Oh, my God. It's not. I don't mean it's okay. I mean, like, woo! I'm glad people can't see the chat. All right. So, holy crap, dude. So yeah, what else we got? So shitty toys. So there is a Space Jam. Well, we want to save that for next time, right? Did you want to save that for next week? And
I'd like to have a little bit of research on that one. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
About how shitty some of these toys are.
We'll get in on it next week. For those of you that don't know, I know Chris, you probably don't care, but they do have Batman Nightfall, the comic book series that cartoon or the movie I said was coming out. It actually got released today. I did not get to watch it because I knew I wouldn't have time before the show. So I'm going to watch it tomorrow night. Super excited. Hopefully Psycho's going to watch it. Probably not because it's going to cost money and he has none. And,
you're not watching it tomorrow night.
I'm not watching it tomorrow night. What's going on tomorrow night?
No, Thursday is Clay How It Watches. You have to watch the horror movie for tomorrow for Thursday.
Well, I can do both. What movie are we watching?
Oh, that movie Match. You sent me that thing about that movie Match.
Yeah, we can check that out. So I'll totally forget, by the way. You'll remind me on Thursday, and I'll be like, "Oh crap! I gotta hurry up and watch that before the freaking cast." Let me have a second. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, who's LaFlop? Oh shit! Is he trying to say LeBron?
I believe so, because he likes to flop. So
did anybody
that makes sense.
Did anybody think that fucking figure of LeBron dresses as Robin? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was like an Eminem, like, not montage. What do you want to call that? Homage to.
Sure, we can go with that. Or he was just being Robin.
It looked like Eminem. That's all I could think of when I saw it. I'm like, cool.
So, I saw something the other day. I don't know when it was supposed to come out. I don't know if it's supposed to come out after the original Space Jam or if it was supposed to be after the LeBron Space Jam. But they were going to do like a skate jam where it would be Tony Hawk with the fucking Looney Tunes and trying to help them in skating.
I thought Space Jam was like a terrible idea. I thought it was a good movie. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I think it was just a way to have Michael Jordan in a movie.
Absolutely. And Bill Murray.
Yeah. I just didn't like, I mean, when you watch the movie, you're just like, who the hell said, all right, Looney Tunes and basketball, let's do it.
Yeah, no. I don't know. But apparently they're trying to do a skating version too with Tony Hawk, but it never went through.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it now. I mean, Tony Hawk can still skate, but he's like 112 now.
But I think because it was Tony Hawk talking about it, I feel like he said that they were trying to bring back Looney Tunes with it after Space Jam. So I have a feeling it was like after the LeBron one, like more recently, they were trying to do this with him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I know he's still skating, but I don't know if I mean, I guess he could pull it off for a fucking movie.
Right, it's a lot of CGI. Put him on wires.
Just his corpse, you mean? He's like, oh, he's doing a kickflip. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Match, the first Space Jam was better because of Bill Murray. Yeah.
Match, I believe, released this year, Matt. I believe it's a 2026 movie, maybe 25.
Yeah, go check it out though, man. We're gonna do. I saw like a review for it.
It's on Tubi.
I thought it looked pretty good, so I feel like it's something we would do justice with to have fun with it this Thursday.
Because that's one because I put up on TikTok asking people for like hidden gems, and Match was mentioned a few times. So
yeah, I kind of feel like we talked about this before. You saw The Clown, right?
Was that the one where he gets the nose and won't come off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of those movies that was like a hidden gem kind of movie. Like I really enjoyed it. I like at one point where he's got the fucking skill saw and he's got it upside down and he's like, he's done. He's just going to like take out, kill himself.
Yep.
Take himself out. And the freaking, like, it won't let him kill himself. And I'm just like, God, this movie's got everything. It's so crazy.
Have you ever seen Circus of the Dead?
I don't think so, but I mean, there's no telling with me, man.
I think it's from like 2014, 2015.
Sounds like a trauma movie. Circus of the Dead, 2014. There's a fucking sequel.
They're supposed to be making. I don't think they made a sequel yet because that's been one they're trying to get done.
What is it like? Cirque du Soleil of the Dead?
No, it's like a circus, like a freak show type circus, like Ringling Brothers. And the clowns are, especially the main clown, are fucking a bunch of sick and deprived bastards.
I'll have to watch this all day. I'm down for clowns. And that came out weird. Not a Juggalo thing.
No, it's just a clown thing.
So this guy who looks like the main clown, he looks like somebody else. I wonder who plays him.
It's like I put up a thing on TikTok about that, like 4 different clowns, one's got to go. I put him in there, and everybody's like, "Oh, I don't know who that is." I'm like, "Well, if you don't know who it is, you haven't watched horror movies. Like, you missed this one because that guy's a sick fuck."
I've never seen this, and I will totally watch this. Circus of the Dead. You're gonna have to text that to me because I'm gonna forget that you told me about it.
No problem.
Circus of the Dead 2014. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'll watch that. That looks great. I love this weird shit. What is this? It's not a horror movie, but Robot Jocks. Yes, so Robot Jocks. I remember that movie, and that was awesome. That was like an old, like watching Pacific Rim.
I never even heard of it.
It's 80s, man. I'm pretty sure it's 80s. I can't imagine it was any newer than that. Let's see here. Robot Jocks. 89. 89. Who is in this shit? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen this movie. The cast. They're all damn near dead now. Danny Kamikono's in that. Isn't he from, it's Sato.
I'll say a lot of things from the 80s are damn near dead now, including us.
That's true, you're not wrong. Oh shit. Robot Jocks. Yep, giant ass robots fighting each other. Because the one guy looked like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but it wasn't.
Oh, Jesus.
Crazy. Hey, basically they fought. I don't remember the premise of the movie, but it was just giant robots fighting each other, and it's just one of the earliest movies that was ever made like that. Pretty cool.
That wasn't from Japan?
Oh, it was a horror movie, though. No,
he said it's not a horror movie.
Oh, I thought he said it was a horror movie. I'm like,
no, he said it's not a horror, but Robo Jocks is a great movie.
Yeah, it's very random. Thanks for spitting that out there. Speaking of dead, Dolly Parton passed away. Yes, she did. That coroner's probably taking a lot of pictures right now.
Jesus Christ.
Is that too soon? It's been less than 24 hours.
It's only been like 5. It's only been
like... she's not working 9 to 5 anymore, that's for sure. Somebody made a stupid comment, I guess, that, Dollywood's going to close. I'm like, no, it's not. They'll put up a fucking memorial.
Oh, absolutely.
She'll end up with some big brass... if she doesn't have one already, there'll be some big brass statue, anatomically correct. And, it'll be up there, and you'll be able to... all
right.
Rub Dolly for good luck. I don't know.
I feel like we're running out of shit to talk about tonight, Tony.
Either way, it's funny. What is this? What the hell is this?
Oh, that's the girl from movies.
Oh, yeah. The blonde chick or whatever.
Hey, look, Joe's here too. See, another thing from the 80s that's, damn near dead.
Joe, I passed out after work. Well, stop drinking at work, man.
But I got nothing else, man. I think I'm done. I ain't got shit.
All right, no worries. We don't have to keep running it out, man. It's all good. All right, cool. So Thursday we're gonna watch Match.
Match, yes, the horror movie Match. Joe, watch it. It's on Tubi.
Very cool and good. Should be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for coming out. We did what we set out to do, which was hopefully be a little entertaining. Doesn't always have to run 2 hours, guys, and I'm cool with that. Chris, you got anything else you want to do or plug before I give my final?
No, I think that's it. I think we're good. We got Match Thursday night, 8:30 is what I'm shooting for, so we should be good.
All right, good shit. Well, guys, as always, knuckheads.
Knuckheads.
Have a good night, guys.